Have you ever wondered how to become a magnetic leader that can draw people's attention and in a good sense of building those relationships of with different people in your company, with peers in the industry, and even direct reports if you have? Hey, I'm Lois Roth, and today I would like to share with you some principles that I learned during my career, and I'm kind of really aware to them at this stage in my life, and I can kind of observe some tech professionals showing those traits. And this is a part of a series that I'm doing on a conversation that is kind of more, I would say, some people in the past, even myself, I would say that was kind of kumbaya conversation, but they really make a difference. And I hope that you implement that in your life, or maybe if you are aware of those as well, like how good are you doing that in a scale from 0 to 10? I know that sometimes common sense is not common practice because this it's always good to have reminders. So let's dive into them. The first one is show up with good energy. Sometimes I talk here in the channel that we should focus on how we are showing up more than how fast we are progressing or how fast we are acquiring new tech skills. Of course, that they are important, they are relevant, they're essential, but we need to be aware as well about our energy, how we are presenting ourselves to other people, what's the level of energy that we are bringing into meetings, are we helping people to contribute to solutions of the issues, or are we someone that kind of drags the energy of people around and tries sometimes bring a lot of negativity, like, oh my god, this is will not work, this is too hard, or why are we doing this? It's always good to remind ourselves that the level of energy that we bring with a positive attitude, showing up with a service mentality, can really help and serve us in our career. And I know that sometimes it's hard, requires kind of some inner work, like you need to take good care of yourself, because this sometimes we talk on this channel about mental health in tech and how we can implement that. But it's essential that you can work on that on yourself. And when you are talking with someone, you are present, you are in peace with yourself, and you can really focus on the outcomes that you are trying to achieve with the team, with the project, and that will really help your career to skyrocket, and not only your career, but your level of fulfillment as well. The sense of craftsmanship that you have in your career. And I know that there is a quote that says something like, "You you can't give to someone what you don't have in yourself." So if we don't work in our energy, in our presence, if we don't do this inner work, that becomes really hard to show up to a conversation, bring that good level of energy to the table. That leads me to the hint number two that I have here today, and that is raise your standards. When I was working back in Brazil, there was a CEO of a company in a specific situation that we were having some issues in a major project. Some people, they were kind of trying to take shortcuts. He kind of approached me and told me that we shouldn't lower our standards to the level of people that sometimes we are facing on a specific project or a specific challenge. Instead of, we should raise that, or keep the high standard that we have, because that will show other people that you care, show other people that you respect your work, and even themselves, like the company, the project. So it's really essential. I know that it's sometimes it's hard, even this tech world, it's so fast paced, and we need to deliver quickly, we need to be agile, but it's really good to ask yourself, like, what's the level of standard that you're bringing, and if you need to compromise to achieve a deadline, it's always good, like, to have a backlog item that we sometimes call, like, that it's an item that you have to you will revisit later and raise that with your team just for awareness. that's how things are going to move forward to deliver the project, to finish what you are doing. The hint number 3 is kind of related to this approach of raising your standards, but also it taps into how you approach the challenge that you can have when you are raising your standards. You are bringing to people the attention of some challenge, how they should resolve that. That is, you should tap into courage more in your role. You should be really trying to be courageous and bold when you are doing your work, when you are approaching your projects, and that can be some new implementation that requires some specific change, or maybe implement some modifications in the systems that can lead to some impact. It's always important to raise with people, with the team, what's going on, what are the concerns, but move forward. You should really carry on the challenge, like you should move ahead and try to do it even in the face of the challenge, because courage and fear, sometimes people, they believe that all these senior people, they are so courageous, they are so bold. That doesn't mean that they don't have fear or any anxiety on moving ahead with that project. It just means that they are conscious of that. They are taking calculated risks, and I'm really glad that in one of the companies that I worked here in Australia, during the onboarding process, they were showing a picture of someone taking risks. It was kind of a Mount Everest thing, like someone trying to cross the glaciers, and it was a calculated risk. Like, you have all the equipment there and you need to make that move. You are prepared if you fall. So that doesn't mean that that person will not fear crossing that bridge, but it's something that we should be really aware, and we should tap into the courage. It's something that we should push ourselves forward. That also leads me to the hint number 4 here. That is, you should watch out for your beliefs. Sometimes in life, isn't true that we don't take action. You don't stand up in a meeting because you are ashamed, like you are thinking that your colleagues will make fun of you. That's something that really can hold us back, like having this belief system that if we speak up, people will criticize us. If we speak up, they will say something that will embarrass me. And we shouldn't have that concern. Like, we shouldn't stop just because people may criticize your work, may criticize your attitude. You should drive things forward. You are a leader. When you start doing those actions, you start moving ahead, people start to notice that you are trying to be someone that is trying to create an impact, and that will really serve you in the long term and in your career. I hope that you have enjoyed these hints of today. If you did, hit subscribe, like, share with a friend, and leave me a comment. Let me know what would you like us to talk here in our channel. Thank you for watching. Cheers!